can't see anything. Yeah, I've been riding all these tiny little bikes lately, the Suzuki Address 110 scooter and that Yamaha YZF R15, so now I'm on this and it feels like a rocket ship even though it's a lamb's bike. You might have seen Snag reviewed the XSR700 a couple of weeks ago, and I reviewed the XSR900 a bit before that, and you know, the more time I spend on this I feel like it's a better motorcycle. I mean, it's not nearly as well equipped as the 900 or anywhere near as fast, but I don't know, it feels more balanced in a lot of ways. It feels like the parts it does have seem to work in harmony, whereas the XSR900 just felt like too much engine for its chassis. I couldn't keep the front wheel down for a second, and it was really quite spooky coming out of corners. Maybe that's just because I'm an idiot, and maybe much better riders would say, "What the hell are you talking about, Spencer?" But that's just my 2 cents. I'm heading towards Arthur's Seat, which is a pretty famous little hill climb on the Mornington Peninsula. I know it pretty well. I live in the city now, but I actually grew up on the Mornington Peninsula. And when I turned 18, all I cared about was cars. Like, cars were my entire life. And I got this job at Giuseppe's Pizza in Mornington, and probably 4 out of 5 nights a week I would deliver pizzas from 5 to 10, and then after that I'd meet my boys at Arthur's Seat and we'd go racing. I had a 1992 Mazda MX-5. It was a peach. I got it so cheap from my friend Colleen Dooley. Obviously I destroyed it with stupid aftermarket parts and such, but I loved the thing like hell. And yeah, we came up this road, must have come up and down it 1,000 times. Got an R NineT behind me. He looks pretty serious too. I'll let him by. You go, I'll try to keep up with him. Famous last words. It's so bumpy. I wish this thing had the tyres that the XSR900 had. These are a little bit weird. Are you making excuses for not being able to keep up with this guy, Spencer? I think you might be. Alright, I better back off before I loop out. It's got this thing on corner exit. I'm sure there's a scientific term for it, but it feels like when you get on the gas coming out of a corner, the rear wheel really wants to fight the front end, and I can only imagine that's a rear suspension thing. But I had the same thing on my SV650, which is very similar to this bike in a lot of ways, although not as good in my opinion. But it's far more pronounced on this. And I don't know, I think you can just power through it, but it's incredibly disconcerting. This corner's really tricky. There's this chairlift at the top, which it's they've had chairlifts here for, I don't know, it feels like 50 years or something, and sort of every 5 years something seems to go wrong and it goes bankrupt, and they keep trying and building new ones, and it never seems to work. Oh man, I never tire of that view. Could do worse. Take it easy, guys.